Ani. Today, I want to share a teaching with you. Okay? I want to share this teaching of this eagle staff that I have built. Last November, Dwaaganing Ginew November 16th, 2016, I should say. I received 4 dreams, okay, all tied together. And this happened around the middle of the month of November. First dream I got was I heard voices, and I could tell that they were old people. Okay, that's all I heard. And they were talking about Dwaaganing, okay, how a spiritual place this is. The way the bay looks, in English it's known as South Bay, but our elders always called it Dwaaganing because at the mouth of the bay is real narrow. It's really narrow, and then it widens out. That's why it's called Dwaagad. Okay, it widens out from a real narrow opening. That place they call South Bay Mouth. Our people call it Dwaaganing, where things leave. What happens is in the wintertime the bay freezes over, then the ice in the springtime, it leaves. It goes through that narrow channel, that real Dwaaganing, that ice leaves there. It still happens to this day, I was told. It happened when I was growing up in this area. Okay, so these people I could hear them talking about Dwaaganing. That's the first part of my dream. The next part, okay, I heard the voices again. Now I could understand who they were. I've heard them before. These were the old people of Dwaaganing. These are the ones that gave me all kinds of teachings when I was a little boy. They taught me about the creation story. They taught me about how the loon and the crane live together in one area. And you know what? Right where the bay starts in Dwaaganing, okay, there's the cranes still come and nest there. And the loons go nest on the other side of the point, okay? It goes back to all our creation story. That's why these elders were sharing this with me. Mnido ka wan manda Dwaaganing ikidok. Mnido ka wan. So, now I begin to, the dream started to make sense to me. The third dream came. And it was a child that I heard, a little child, just very little. Okay, and the child's talking both in English and Anishinaabe. Then the fourth dream, I heard that child again, and then now the child became a man. Okay, and this man is now he MCs most of the powwows all over the place. Actually, he uses his language, okay, what he knows to share with people. So I put all this together in memory of those elders, those old people. And each feather represents each one of my teachers. Okay, and I'll say them by name to you in just a few minutes. But after I received those dreams, I called my Nitas, my cousin, Chris Pheasant, the MC, and I shared with him the story, my experience. We both started crying because it's so emotional. And he told me, when he was talking to me, he said, Kenny, he said, that's where our traditional powwow is going to be this in June, in Dwaaganing. I said, okay, well, I didn't arrange that. That just happened. Okay? Everything has a purpose. Everything, if it's for real, it will work out. Okay, so I'm presenting this at the South Bay Powwow, Dwaaganing, on the weekend of Father's Day. Okay, by the time you see this post, it would have already happened. Okay, so I want to explain the Eagle staff itself. Let me show you the back of it first. Okay, these are beaded eagle feathers that one of my students did for me. Okay, I have horsehair attached to the antlers, up the deer antlers. The reason I put that there, the horsehair, is when I was growing up, just about every other house had horses, and that's how we got around. Okay, and so that's why I attached the horsehair on there. Okay, now I'm going to mention my teachers' names. Okay, and I'll explain a little bit about them. Okay, first one, Dwaaganing Ginew Aatig. He spent a lot of time with me. I was over there just about every day. Okay, and he shared what he knew with me. All kinds of teachings. How to walk in a good path. Okay, next one. He taught me a lot of things about family values. How to be a good parent. How to be a good son. Okay? How to walk good as a man, as an Anishinaabe man. Nimkis, a little old man. Almost totally blind, but man, this guy could make anything, boats. He built houses. He didn't have any instruments. He didn't have a measuring tape. Okay, this is how he did it. He measured things like this, or from elbow, like this. Okay, remarkable man. These people I'm talking about never spoke one word of English. Okay, they never spoke one word of English, and they probably didn't even have any identification, like a driver's license, social security number, anything like that. Okay, they were unknown by the government. Okay. Now we got Shanzi Moba, Gabaniem Shikamba, we got Nimkis Ba, okay, and now we have Mock Lovely, they called him, okay. He had a humble little home, wood, no floor, just dirt floor, okay. All his sacred objects were all over the place in the house. Okay, he never spoke one word of English. He didn't know how. Okay, he taught me about spirituality. This man, how to use language, how to pray, everything like that. Now, Ben Lovely, a blind man. He didn't. I don't think he ever used a cane to get around. He lived up in a bush. There was no road there, just a path. But he knew how to get to his house, even though he was blind. He taught me a lot of different things. Okay? Another man, Neos Jackson Ba. Okay? He taught me about good values. Okay? All these men, they really taught me some really good things, all in the language. And this one, the woman, her name, Josephine Roy Ba. Okay? Now, she's the one that, what do you call in English now, midwife. She delivered the babies. Okay? She probably delivered half the babies in Dwaaganing. Okay? And I seen her, she came to our house one time, and she was doing some teachings with my sisters. they were, getting to become a teenager. So she was there teaching them all kinds of different things and talking to them, counseling with them, and they told me to leave. They said, these teachings aren't for you. So I said, okay. So I left. And so what I'm doing on Father's Day weekend is I'm taking this staff to that powwow, and I'm going to give it to my community. Because, excuse me, because I love them and I miss them. I live and work hundreds of miles away, 800 miles away. And years ago, I only went up there maybe every 2 years, Christmas time maybe. But now I go at least 3 times a year, and I spend a lot of time there, and I'm getting involved with the community again, okay, and with language. And this is one of the things that I want to do for my community, okay? Those people that I mentioned, I don't know if some of you recognize the names, but I'm 62 years old now, and back when they gave me these teachings, I was only about 8 years old, 8 to 10 years old maybe, 11. And they gave me a lot. And this is my way of giving back to my community of my love for them. Wingezik sana. Jimmy Wach Kabasindo Yak Nungo. 1 minute.